Hello, this is the Tradeside U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, July 8th, ending Friday, July 12th. This is the first full week of the second half of the year. We had a split week with the holiday on Thursday and the half day on Wednesday, and then a full day on Friday that a lot of people didn't show up for. And, the markets were up on some gaps and whatnot, and then down on Friday, but overall, people get back to work this week. So this will be the first real trading week of the second half of 2019. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures forum. Made new highs, actually touched the 3,000 level for the first time ever during the week. All right, let's go through the major daily charts and then we'll talk about the intra week action. And then we'll look at the economic calendar. So crude oil up 39 cents to 57.73 on Friday. Gold down $19.70, trying to come off those highs that it made. S&P cash loses $5.41, or 5.41 points, I should say, after the closing high on Wednesday was the new high. NASDAQ 100 down 16.39, hasn't quite made a new high yet. The stocks loses 8.79. The biotechs are down 49.84. The Russell 2000 gains 3.5 points. Again, this thing's been so flat after that bounce off the, if you just take out that dip in December and the bounce back, this thing has been sitting here since last October. So we're going on 9 months. The VIX up 71 cents, bouncing off the risk line that's still in play off that 13 buy signal. You never get 13 signals on the VIX, so it's funny to watch those. The trend closes at 0.74. The 10-day moving average, though, is still 1.01, so there's no signal there of use to us. NASDAQ volume was only 1.6 billion shares. It was obviously worse on the half day on Wednesday, so we haven't had any real volume. Monday had some volume, but that's about it. That was the first day of the quarter. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 255, so a few more stocks were up than down. On the New York, negative 37, so a couple more stocks were down than up. Google gains $9.67, still sitting mid-range for the last year or so. Apple down 18 cents, same story there. Netflix loses $1.17, coming up there, the highs of the year, and it's still got that risk line in place also. Amazon up $3.91, kind of near the highs. Tesla down $1.80, hanging around 233. Facebook loses 80 cents. Goldman Sachs up $1.86. So this is actually near a breakout over that 210 level. That would be interesting. The TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, near a 13 sell signal, but gapped down and went lower, down 1.78 on the session. Let's look at the intra week action. So we're going to switch. This is the ES. Go to 10-minute candles so you can see the whole week. So a couple things to keep in mind. Remember, we were closed on Thursday and a half day on Wednesday. So if I slide this, the far left of the chart is the back end of the prior Friday. Monday, we gapped up, came back down a bit, closed a little lower than we opened, never filled the gap. Tuesday, a flat opening and a flat close. Wednesday, well, we had a little spike like in the last 10 minutes of the day. Wednesday, we gapped up small and only had the half day close. That was the high close of the week. Thursday closed. Friday, we gapped down, went a little lower, came back up. Got a 13 sell signal and closed near the highs after all that. NASDAQ side, again, slide this, the same story, identical. So again, the new money for the second half of the year starts to get to work this week. I wouldn't really say that anything happened last week with a lot of people out. A lot of the big money players obviously take the whole week off. But we got a weird vacation holiday schedule like that. Let's look at the data that's coming out this week. So we've got on Monday just the consumer credit number at 3 p.m. Tuesday, we've got the NFIB Small Business Index. Fed Chair speaks. JOLTS job openings at 10. IBD tip economic optimism after that. On Wednesday, Fed Chair Powell testifies to Congress. That's his first part, which is one to the House and one to the Senate, one Wednesday, one Thursday. Final wholesale inventories, crude oil inventories for the week, 10-year bond auction. Thursday, the CPI, that's a big one. Unemployment claims, the weekly initial and continuing jobless numbers. Again, Powell testifying the second day to Congress. Natty gas, 30-year bond auction, federal budget balance, and then on Friday we got the PPI numbers. Also on Wednesday at 2 p.m., watch for that the minutes of the last Fed meeting getting released. So we'll see what we get out of the first big real week of the second half of the year. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks.